Yes, you heard it right. Your $50,000 can actually become $1 million. I know most of you already started imagining what we can do with that amount of money. You might already be planning to buy your dream car next month with that money, or maybe thinking about quitting your job, or maybe already imagining a big house somewhere. But no, this video is not about turning $50,000 to $1 million in a very short amount of time, because that is simply almost impossible unless you put your money into something that is extremely risky, which can go either way. You can end up with your $1 million, or you can completely lose your $50,000. Because if your plan depends on getting lucky once, it should absolutely not be a plan. So we don't go this way. So let's focus on our original goal of getting to $1 million in a more realistic way. You actually need one free thing to grow your money to $1 million. Almost everyone has it, and you even have it right now. Time. Yes, that's literally it. But the problem is, most people don't know how to use time properly when it comes to money. We use time to work, we use time to earn money, we use time to spend money, but very few people use time to actually grow money. And that's where we need to understand something called compounding. So what is compounding? Compounding is basically when your money earns money, and then that earned money also starts earning more money. Let's say you invest $50,000 and you get a 10% return in 1 year. That means your money becomes $55,000. Now in the next year, you are not earning returns only on your original $50,000. You are earning returns on $55,000. So if you again get 10%, you don't make $5,000 anymore, you make $5,500. Now your money becomes $60,500. Then next year, you earn returns on that bigger amount, and this keeps repeating again and again. Now in the beginning, this looks very boring. Honestly, it can even feel disappointing, because after putting $50,000 somewhere, if it only becomes $55,000 after 1 year, most people will look at it and say, "That's it?" And this is exactly where most people quit, because they expected compounding to look magical from day one. But compounding doesn't look powerful in the beginning. It becomes powerful later, after your money has grown enough. Think of it like a snowball. When it first starts rolling, it looks small and useless. But if it keeps rolling for a long time, it starts collecting more snow. And then because it is bigger, it collects even more snow faster. Money works in a similar way. At first, your money is doing small work. But later, your money starts doing much heavier work. For example, a 10% return on $50,000 is only $5,000. That's good, but it may not feel life-changing. But a 10% return on $500,000 is $50,000. Same percentage, same return, but completely different result. And a 10% return on $1 million is $100,000. This is why wealthy people seem to get richer faster. It is not always because they are doing something magical. It is because their money base is bigger, so the same percentage creates a much bigger amount. Now let's look at the actual math. If you invest $50,000 and never add another dollar, at around 7% per year, it can take about 44 years to reach $1 million. At around 10% per year, it can take about 31 years. And at around 12% per year, it can take about 27 years. So yes, $50,000 can become $1 million, but there is a catch. The lower your return, the more time you need, and the faster you want to reach $1 million, the more risk you usually have to take. Now before we answer where this $50,000 should actually go, there are two things you need to handle first. Because if you skip either one, you may be forced to interrupt the entire plan before compounding ever gets a chance to work. The first is an emergency fund. This is money you keep separate for situations like job loss, medical bills, unexpected expenses, car repairs, or basically life being life. Without emergency savings, you may be forced to sell your investments while the market is already down. And that is exactly how people interrupt compounding and lock in losses. The second thing you need to check is high interest debt. If your credit card is charging 20% or 25% interest, trying to earn 8% or 10% from investments while losing 25% to debt makes absolutely no sense. So first, build some emergency savings and deal with extremely expensive debt. Once those two basics are handled, now we can finally answer the original question. Where should the $50,000 actually go? If you leave all of it in a normal savings account, it probably will not grow into $1 million. Savings accounts are useful, but they have a different purpose. They are designed to keep money available and relatively stable for short-term needs, not to create large long-term growth. For money you will not need for a long time, many people consider diversified investments, such as broad market index funds or ETFs. Instead of placing everything into one random company, you own small pieces of many companies. Some funds track the S&P 500, some cover the total US stock market, and others cover companies around the world. The goal is not to guess one perfect winner. The goal is to participate in the long-term growth of many productive businesses. But is that guaranteed? No. The stock market can fall, remain down for years, and make your portfolio look terrible for a while. That has happened many times throughout history. Even Warren Buffett went through periods where his approach looked outdated during the dot-com bubble. But this is where the plan can become much more practical. If you invest $50,000 once and never add anything again, it may still reach $1 million, but it could take decades. If you continue adding money every month, the journey can become much faster because compounding now has more fuel. Your initial $50,000 is the starting fire. Your monthly investments are the extra wood you keep adding. Without additional fuel, the fire may still grow slowly. With consistent contributions, it can grow much faster. So now I want to ask you one thing. Where is your money right now? Comment below, because your answer may reveal whether your money is actually working for you or simply waiting. With that said, this is Vikas. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.